and welcome everybody to
Good morning.
Lippert Live for March 22nd, Friday. It's 11 a.m., and that's the radio guy in me making sure that at the start of the hour, everyone knows what time it is and where you're watching. If you are watching us live on Lippert social media channels, YouTube, LinkedIn, Facebook, wherever you may be watching us, hello, let us know in the comments where you're coming from. And Tanya, we got our folks in the Lippert Scouts community as well on both the Lippert Communities app.
Hi, Scouts.
Which is a free app you can download right now on iOS and Android. It is free. Join the chat. We got folks in there right now. Steve, Grace, Christy is in there. Thank you all for joining us. And if you leave a comment during the stream, we will be able to show it off like so. The Restless Russells, good morning from Flagstaff, Arizona. I believe there are a few people that are around the Southwest right now, and we're going to get to that in just a bit.
Extra bit of gratitude for being, because it's 3 hours earlier. So thanks for spending your morning with us.
Oh, absolutely. But before we do that in the Southwest, we got to get to the Southeast. Because Tanya, I don't know if you know this, but this is the first week of spring.
It is. I mean, you wouldn't know if you live in Indiana because of, snow globe season, but it is officially spring.
Yeah, so thanks everyone for joining us. The first little bit of spring here, enjoying some spring weather. We've had him on Lippert Live. About a month ago, we had him in here to talk about what it was like to get ready for rally season. Well, guess what? It's rally season now, so now we're going to check in with everyone's favorite, Sean, on what it's like to be a part of rally season.
Everyone's favorite, Sean. Very true statement.
Let's see if we can get Sean in here right now. And, oh, hello.
Hey.
Hello there, Sean.
Good morning. Good morning, everyone. Good morning, Scouts. Can you hear me okay?
Oh, we got you, Sean. We got it. If we have any audio issues, our Scouts in the chat right now on Lippert Communities
I'm sure
will let us
we will know.
Sure.
We will know.
Sean, where are you and what's going on there?
Hey, good morning, everyone. I am in Conway, South Carolina at the Myrtle Beach Grand Design Rally. It is Friday. It's red day. Of course, I've got my green jacket on. So we have about 300 or so units here, 320, I think is the count, and about 600 or so people here at the rally. So,
yeah, it's looking good. Folks are out and about here in the mid-morning, so that is awesome. When Lippert shows up to an RV rally, so we're at the Grand Design Rally right now in South Carolina, what is Lippert doing at these rallies, and what do we have there for the campers?
Well, so we offer our support. We want to educate people. We want to have them join Scouts to give them a way to contact us, things like that, and help out and be a resource to people and just make camping much easier so it's not so hard, because we should be out there exploring and, doing those types of things with our family instead of trying to help, want to fix our rig and stuff. So we want to give people a peace of mind and be a shoulder to lean on.
I love it. So we've probably been getting questions in that kind of aspect overall the last, you've been there for about a day now. This rally goes throughout the weekend. What are you seeing people talk about right now? For a lot of folks, it's probably their first trip out. Maybe some have been starting to move north, maybe going back home. What have you been seeing so far your day or so there?
Well, initially yesterday we set up and had a lot of traffic come through here. Had a lot of people real excited about camping season and they want to get going. So they've been replacing a lot of things like their chairs and things like that. A lot of technical questions. So our service technicians have been busy. They're all out and about right now helping attendees fix their issues and educate them and stuff about their leveling systems and their slide outs and what to look for and things like that. So preventative maintenance type of stuff. We've just been people looking to get upgrades and things and stuff for their RVs. So just all over the board. We have a lot of first time attendees here as well. So I think almost half of the people here at the rally are first time attendees. So
that's awesome to see.
Sean, you have some stuff behind you. I keep peeking over your back shoulder. You want to show us around just a little bit where you're standing to give us a better idea on the space?
Well, I think walking backwards since I'm reverse, right? So we have some people right now trying to get some service requests. Of course, our always Teresa. Can you wave and say hi, Teresa?
Hi, Teresa.
There's Teresa. And so we have the trailer, the service trailer. Hey, we've got, I don't know who let this guy back here, John Cleary. If you know John, you know who he is, what he's about. So he is here as well. We have a very simple, small setup booth here. So we have some products that are in the booth. Sorry if I'm giving everybody a little motion sickness.
You're great.
But, So we just have a little bit of stuff going on. We do have our little setup back here with camping stuff. So, but yeah, we just want to help everybody out with what we can give them here at the rally and just be a resource. So.
That's awesome. And Sean's still in St. Patty's mode with his green jacket going through there.
Repping, yeah.
Yeah, so that's super awesome. Lippert is back out and about. And Sean, you're going to be all over. The motto is whenever, wherever, we make your experience better. And Sean is a big part of that because
so you just add to the end of it, we'll send Sean.
We send
the
Sean.
Experience will be better.
We send Sean. Sean, any last notes you want to make mention of about the Grand Design Rally that you're going to? And how should we encourage folks to come see us at some of these events?
I think you can find our events that we're going to be to in our communities app, if I'm not mistaken.
Absolutely. You'll be able to see in the events tab for sure.
Yeah, I am ready to see a lot of familiar faces already, but a lot of new attendees as well. So I love talking to everyone, as you know, but I love helping out the ones that are new and also having them pass on the word and just spread the word, I guess, about everything that we do and what we're here for. So I don't know. It's a great feeling. One of all, it's kind of selfish for me. I love to do it, but just knowing that other people are bettering their camping experience through us.
We got folks who might be there right now. The Lippert service teams have been all over the campground checking if anyone needs help or just has questions there. That's the beauty of it too. We have those service teams at some of these RV events nationwide all year long. Not necessarily because they're there because people called them there. It's just to make sure that, hey, is there anything you want us to check on? Is there anything that we can help you with? Come to Teresa in the service desk and make sure we get you in there. Restless Russell's on Facebook says, love chatting with Sean. He is so knowledgeable about so many things, and he's an awesome guy.
True.
Yeah.
And also, I wanted to mention there is a blood bank here, so they're doing blood donations today too. So there's always something that's serve worthy going on at these events too. They've raised a lot of money for people too, as well, for the police and firefighters and things like that. So the community is more than just getting together, but it's also about expanding our reach and doing things for the local community that they're in. So.
That is an excellent point to wrap up on, Sean. It sounds like you have a lot going on there. You have a lot of campers who are going to start heading your way as the clouds clear up a little bit and that warmth comes out. So, Sean, thank you so much for joining us live from the Grand Design Rally. Look at that.
You're welcome. Yeah, it's a little cloudy today. I got my tan yesterday. If you can't tell, I'm a little bit darker today, so I'm good.
You're ready. You're ready for the rest of summer. And, Sean, one day we'll be right back out there with you. All right. Thank you so much, Sean, for joining us live from the Grand Design Rally in South Carolina. That's awesome. Folks already getting up at the service counter, getting their products, seeing what's new with Lippert. So that's super cool to be able to see that stuff happen when you are live at an RV rally. And so I mean, it's just the start of season, spring.
If anyone's there, grab a picture with Sean and share it on social media. We'd love to see that and live vicariously through you.
Absolutely. So National Volunteer Month is coming up soon. April is National Volunteer Month. Folks are starting a little bit early right now. We got events going on all throughout the rest of March and April. If you are unfamiliar with Serve, head to servewithpurpose.com. Check out the barcode that's on the screen right now. Scan that. But we have folks that have been posting some of the upcoming events. There's an upcoming event on Tuesday. I know you and I have taken part in Serve events, and especially at some of the Lippert events, other rallies that go around. We did a JACO event at the Tampa RV Super Show, which was super fun. So be on the lookout. Check out the Serve initiatives. You can check out all of the volunteer details by scanning the barcode or heading to servewithpurpose.com. And Tanya, during National Volunteer Month, a lot of volunteer events going on corresponding with this too. But the sun's going to be blocked from us for a little bit.
Yeah, for about 4 minutes from what I understand.
It's a big one.
Which is like the longest it's been since, I don't know, really long time. Whatever that math is.
It is actually a very big solar eclipse that's happening along a good path of totality, splitting basically the country right up the middle, coming our way here. We're not going to be too far from the path of totality, but it's a big camping event, all nationwide, people gathering in some of these spots. And we're just curious, T, where people are going to be for this event.
all over the place from what I can tell.
It seems like so.
And people are already starting to travel there now.
Right now, yeah. You might be coming from the West Coast, you might be coming from the East Coast, and it might take a little bit. You know, there's a large gathering just south of us in Indianapolis, because that's going to be on the path of totality. So super cool. And I think here in Elkhart, we're going to see about 98, 99%.
Yeah, it's close. We're like right on the line, basically.
So we're right there. Where are you going to be? Are you specifically traveling for the solar eclipse event that is coming up in just a few weeks? Let us know in the comments right now. We got Joe watching through Facebook. We'll be at the HOG Valley, Hog Valley RV Resort in Arkansas.
I've seen some of our scouts already make some of their swag. Jill Dillon I saw a t-shirt and hats for Eclipse 2024.
We are hoping Indian Lake Campground in Ohio opens up. Yeah, so I know a lot of folks have been making these plans for a long time. Obviously, as we get closer, some people maybe adjust their plans. So be on the lookout. If you were not able to find something at a campground near you, keep on looking. Be vigilant.
Yeah, there's a lot of options.
There is a lot of options. Taking a break from packing bearings to watch Robin T.
Oh, thanks.
Thank you so much for that. Super cool. One thing we talked about Serve and some of the different initiatives that are going on within Lippert's, but a really cool part of the Lippert business that maybe not everyone knows about is the Leadership Development and Leadership Academy. I know, Tanya, you have an interesting story when you started because you kind of went through a leadership process, a leadership and training when you came on. Not everyone does that. Some people just started a specific job. You got to see a large part of the business. You've worked at Technical Institute. How much is leadership important, and why is leadership such a goal of Lippert to be casting along all of our employees?
I think it's woven in from a culture standpoint, but then also just being a focus from this people first mentality. So if we're taking care of ourselves on a personal level, and we're making sure that we're setting goals for ourselves, we're thinking ahead on where we want to be in a few years, or like where we want to get to, small achievements, big achievements, whatever that is. If those are in our sights, then that's going to impact not only ourselves, our mental health, our emotional health, our families, but then also how we show up at work for whatever our task might be, but then also how we collaborate with our teammates. So it kind of touches everything. So that's a very small scratch the surface start of why leadership and just that focus is so crucial and important, especially specifically for people here at Lippert. But it's something that is encouraged from the top down, from leadership action plans. No, beginning of last year, we started off the year kind of kicking off like, what are your goals? And we reached out to our scouts and asked them like what they were looking at for 2023. So it's definitely top of mind for people here at Lippert.
And it was funny when we asked for what are folks' goals, a lot of them when it came to where do you want to go, we're talking about the Eclipse event. So that was an interesting tie-in.
Yeah.
But I recently spoke with Edgar Cabello, who is one of our leaders within Leadership Development, about basically company culture, and then also a new thing that might be coming to Lippert Live here very, very soon. So take a look at my conversation with Edgar Cabello of Leadership Development, and a little bit of a look at inside Lippert culture. Here at Plant 45 in Goshen, Indiana with Edgar Cabello. Edgar, it's been a busy day as we start planning things to bring to our Lippert audiences and our Lippert Scouts here. Tell a little bit about what you do, Edgar, and what we've been doing today.
So my role with the company is leadership development. I'm part of that team. So we have one of the unique departments within Lippert is the culture and leadership team. So I'm part of that team, one of the leadership development directors. So this plant is one of the plants that I support, Plant 45 here in Goshen, axles, and it's a big welding shop and steps and all kinds of anything. I could a lot of stuff. Anyway, but so I support a number of different plants. We're here to help our leaders and to guide them, to take steps forward. Yeah. A lot of times when people enter the workforce, they know very little about leadership. They rise to the ranks because of tenure or what have you, or maybe they're a good operator, but not everybody knows how to lead people. So we spend most of our time in that space.
Why is that important? Why is it important to be able to make sure that people, when they get to a leadership role, they know how to do it?
Yeah. Because, think about how much time we spend in the work. You and I spend in the workplace during any given week. I think it's pretty normal to say that we spend more time with these work folks than we do with our friends and family oftentimes.
Sometimes,
right?
For sure,
so the idea is like work has, I say it this way, maybe this is a little forward, but like work has been miserable for too many people for too long.
Okay.
And what we're trying to do is everything in our power to put a stop to that.
Okay. Yeah.
And our people around here, especially in a plant like this, they make axles. I mean, they're slinging metal around all day long. It's tough work. How can we make that better? How can we make that such so that, you know, when it's time for you to kind of wipe your hands clean and get home for the evening, that you're still in a good mental place? I mean, you might be exhausted physically, because that is part of the narrative here.
Yeah.
But you're still good, right? Like, we want that to be the narrative, because if we're going to send you home, we want to send you home so that you're in a good frame of mind to be a good dad, a good brother, a good boyfriend, a good whatever, to whomever you're going home to.
Yeah.
So that's really important to us.
And it's part of the culture of the whole company too, because, you know, we've talked about leadership action plans on Lippert Live previously, especially when it's time for, you know, myself to do one. But one of the aspects of the leadership action plan is, at first, what do you want to do for yourself?
Yeah.
How do you want to better yourself, better your family situation, better your situation overall, before it even gets to anything work related?
Right. Yeah, that's the foundation. So we, like, our leadership development model is self-team business, right? And it's in that order for a reason, because self is simply the foundation. We like to say that, you know, if you're not concerned about self-development, then your team will suffer for it.
Sure.
So, and some of the stories that we're going to cover kind of lean in on that a little bit, right? Like how people like you kind of pressed into some simple goal setting, because not everybody does that naturally. Some folks do.
Yeah.
We encourage more and more people to give it a go.
Yeah.
And as we've done that, man, the stories that we're hearing back, the success stories of, like, I wanted to, because my question always, goal setting to me is, that's a pretty tactical thing.
Sure.
But, like, I'm like, how do you want your life to change?
Yeah.
And if we can start building our goals around things in our life that we would like to change, whether it's health, or whether it's your profession, or whether it's the current job that you're doing and you want to do something else, like, we're strongly encouraging people to take agency for their own development and for opportunities opening up in the days to come.
Yeah, it's very interesting. When I first came to Lippert and I was doing my leadership action plan, I had to get out of the mindset of, okay, what does whoever's reading this want to hear or see on it, right? And understand that it truly is about you and, and me and filling it out, and being able to take that and make actions based on it. So we are here on Lippert Live over the course of the next few weeks, months, and really ongoing, are going to be sharing some of those leadership stories with Lippert, sharing some of those stories from team members that work all over the place, not just this particular plant.
Oh, for sure.
And it's been awesome being able to hear some of those stories already. I can't wait to share them with everyone out there.
Absolutely.
And we're going to be showing a lot of that here on Lippert Live, a lot of Edgar's conversations with team members all over the place, sharing their stories with you.
Yeah.
Lippert is innovative, strategic, driven. We are a team that works together day in and day out, because we believe that a business should be a force for good in the world, and that is our ultimate purpose. And we know that when we all unite for the greater good, expectations get exceeded, limitations are overcome, and the impossible becomes possible. Who is Lippert? We are a company that is here to serve you. We're thinkers, movers, doers, and deliverers. We're committed to quality, dedicated to going above and beyond, devoted to treating our customers, partners, team members, and you with respect, with honor, and with integrity. Because we believe that everyone matters. At Lippert, our core values define us. Everything that makes us great is wrapped up in our company culture of caring, giving, and leading. Our shared values drive our attitudes, behaviors, and our actions every day, at every facility, and on every team. What makes us different? We separate ourselves with a work culture that feels like family. We have dedicated resources for leadership, professional and personal development that pour into people at every layer of our organization. Through training, coaching, and mentoring, we believe that growth is critical to become the best version of you. We have mission-minded leaders and enthusiastic team members that push the boundaries and vow to never settle for mediocrity. We're Lippert, and we place people at our core, with a culture of serving that has set the foundation for our destiny. Because whenever, wherever, we make your experience better. Who are we? We're glad you asked. We are Lippert, and we are a force for good.
All righty. So there's a little bit about Lippert and just some of the things that the Leadership Academy and Leadership and Culture is doing within Lippert. So yeah, I look forward to bringing some of those stories from folks who we sat with.
The stories would be really cool to hear just from like a personal standpoint. But Rob, I think another thing that sorry if you said this and I just missed it, but as far as the focus that Lippert has on leadership development, we have a whole department. Like Edgar's one of many people in a whole department that are specifically devoted to the development of different team members, different departments across the company and globally. So it's not just this little idea and like send out a PDF and here's your goal sheet and like let us know if you need help with it. Like there's this active and intentional communication happening throughout the year, like from top down, encouraging leaders, encouraging people on their teams to have open communication about their personal and professional goals. And then I think even just the short segment that you did with Edgar there, like the way that he talks, I kept thinking like, man, this is really disarming. Like this is very encouraging and like it's very empathetic.
And you'll see in some of the conversations too, people open up quite a bit because they're honest about their path to where they are now and then how folks can better themselves. And sometimes it may not always be through Lippert. Like maybe Lippert is a part of the journey and then they go forward in other ways. But getting to that point is sometimes just as big as anything else.
Yeah. Something that I heard or was told a lot, and I know other people that have come into Lippert over the years too, is you can go as far as you're willing to work for it, basically. Yeah. So whether like how much you're willing to think about and invest in your own personal development, your attitude, how you show up at work, like that'll carry you as far as you allow it to. So it's been really cool to see the company, even in the last like decade or so, develop these different like practical ways to help team members think about that on their own, but then also set themselves up for success, not only in their role, but then with their families.
Yeah, absolutely. And you heard in that conversation that it starts with us, then how do we want to improve at the workplace, right? It starts with us though. So
we're humans
really
first,
cool.
Right?
Yeah, we're gonna see a lot of cool stories from Lippert team members all over from all different plants, and not just from Indiana in here too. We're going to be seeing those as the weeks progress on Lippert Live, so definitely want to make sure you're tuning in for those. And then let us know any questions that you might want to ask on future episodes of that, so we can ask those team members what you're thinking about there. So we have folks in our live chat right now from our Lippert Scouts community. Again, Lippert Scouts is a free community. It is available on Facebook. Just search Lippert Scouts or download the Lippert Communities app, and you can live chat with fellow folks that are watching some of our events, not just Lippert Live, but some of our campfire sessions, some of our technical type of workshops and DIY sessions that happen within Lippert Scouts. But there is Lonnie just joined the chat here. Coming in, we have folks talking about where they're going to be during the eclipse. Christy says she's going to be in Bloomington. We had some folks that are going to Texas for the eclipse, and going to Alabama, Arkansas, and some of them, like you said, T, traveling right now on there. So hello, everyone, for joining us. Welcome in to Lippert Scouts, and then welcome in some of the posts that we're going to highlight from this past week in Lippert Scouts. First off, we have Lauren from the Lippert Technical Institute. We've talked about RV Owner School on this show in past weeks. RV Owner School allows RV owners to come in and get very highly technical training, hands-on training at our Lippert Technical Institute.
Break it, you fix it, you understand it all the way around.
But over the past week, we had some of the dealer techs who work nationwide come over to the Lippert Technical Institute and see what's new with some of the Lippert products so that they could better serve all the users out there.
Yeah, it's awesome. These trainings are happening all throughout the year. So our technical training team not only hosts them here in-house in Mishawaka, Indiana, but then we also have a team that'll go out and travel to dealerships, to RV Owner School, which, by the way, I think the next one is in California, the first or second week of April. So there's always there's always something happening.
Yep. So we're going to Texas. There's going to be California, Oregon, the West Coast, the Midwest, the East Coast is represented, plus you can come here to Mishawaka for those RV owner schools. We have someone in the chat asking, can we have a future live event on the Furrion 12-volt refrigerator? We've had a lot of questions within Scouts on some of these newer Furrion products as they start to roll out. So we might just have to do that in the future. So if you want to hear more about Furrion devices, products, make sure you are joining Lippert Scouts so we can have those events for all of you there.
But in between, you can also check out the free webinars that our Tech Institute has online. There's a whole course just on Furrion stuff.
Yeah.
Refrigerators, AC, like it's separate, 2 different courses.
Yeah, you can't get to an RV rally, but you want the seminar experience. You can have it right from home with our Lippert webinars. Greg asked, is there anyone going to be at the FMCA rally out in Arizona? Trust me, I don't have it on the screen, but that is what he asked in this post. Is anyone going to the FMCA rally? We talked about Sean is in the Southeast right now. There are folks in the Southwest as well, including 2 veterans on the move.
Look at those beautiful ladies.
Grace made this post about meeting old friends that have been met at previous rallies or previous camping events, and you just work your way around the country until you see them again.
Yeah, really. She said she was standing somewhere and someone was like, Scouts! Because I think she was wearing her Scout shirt, and that's how they got connected. So super cool.
Lippert, regular RV owners going around the country, going to some of these cool events. But that's not all. It's not just RV owners at these events. Lippert also at this event with our Ask-A-Tech booth out there at the FMCA rally and seminars.
This is always a really popular, I want to say feature, that's not the right word, but like whenever we show up at an event, we have an Ask-A-Tech specifically, an Ask-A-Tech booth. The questions, nothing in particular, but it's like across the board. People
nothing
come up.
Really.
That's probably a better way to put it. But people come up and they're just like so relieved that someone's there to answer their questions, and like they're able to sit down literally and have a conversation with our technicians and just walk away, hopefully, with this peace of mind of like, oh, okay, that makes more sense, or oh, okay, that's less complicated than I thought it would be, or I know where to find the resources I need in the future. So we always really great to see how helpful this is, not only for RV owners, but anyone coming to the shows, but then also just seeing our techs do their thing and use their superpowers to help people.
Absolutely. We got the chat is blowing up with a lot of people talking about, those Texas events, Lippert in the house at the West Coast, Taylor Spike in the house. That is correct. In the lower left-hand corner, that is Taylor right there.
The epic beard.
Yep. Interested in hearing what is happening at the table. So super cool FMC event. But if you're camping wherever you are, maybe you're on the West Coast, the East Coast, maybe you're getting ready for the solar eclipse, maybe you're just getting ready for it to be warmer. Jim asked this question, and people were ready.
Yes, ready to be in the campsite.
We had a lot of
ready
comments.
to be outdoors.
Who's excited for camping season, right? Because it's spring now, so it's camping season, right? For those who are not always in Florida or Texas. It is camping season. Folks are getting excited. Where are you going to head out first? Let us know in the comments right now in this video. And then we had some one control questions pop up, showcasing one of them here with their touchpad had an error. Then the error necessarily fixed itself. They just weren't seeing that error, and they're curious why. We had some other posts about one control, but basically we just want to let you know that Lippert Scouts is a community where you can bounce questions off fellow users and also be referred to Lippert customer care if maybe further needed assistance.
Yeah, we had a handful of different posts. We have one control, we have the leveling post, we had questions about ACs. So there's really any question that you have on your RV, whether it's a Lippert specific product or not. The Scouts community is a great place where you can post things, ask other experienced RVers what their own experiences have been. They will be happy to jump in and give you any advice or tips that you need. And if it gets to a point where we need a little bit more technical assistance, like Rob was saying, you can call our care center and get that information as well. So 2 really great resources if you're wondering about something on your RV.
Over 20,000 members currently in Lippert Scouts. It is our place to be able to see what's happening in the camping experience, so we can let the leaders within Lippert know what are people seeing out there. So maybe we can get on it, just baby better ourselves, maybe better ourselves out there too. So super cool. Thanks for all the posts on one control and all the different things that you are seeing out there. We got someone in the chat asked, can you post a link for those webinars? And Christy helped us out posting a link on how you can sign up for those free webinars on the Lippert website and get all of your learning done right from home. Yeah. Absolutely.
And not just the course, like it'll have the handouts and the manuals and any technical documentation are all associated with that course, all in the same place. So we try to make it as easy as possible to find that information.
Absolutely. So we're coming up on that eclipse event. We're coming up on people getting out there. Linnell in the chat says heading next weekend to Texas for the eclipse. First trip of the season. Yay! So the first trip is going to be a big and powerful one. Let us know what type of things you are expecting to see at your eclipse event, and let us know what's going on in your camping lifestyle. Well, Yeah, I guess that's true. Yeah, just darkness comes over us. But
Make
in a
sure you
good
got your
way.
glasses.
But in a good way. Yeah, safety first when you're out there checking out the eclipse. Make sure you're wearing appropriate glasses. You're following all the precautions. You can't just stare at the sun. I hear
Please
that's
don't.
bad.
Yep.
So don't do that. Thanks, everyone, for joining us on Lippert Live this week. As always, you can catch this later on. If you weren't able to catch us all live, this will be posted on all Lippert social media channels, including the Lippert Scouts community on Facebook and the Lippert Communities app. Thanks for joining us.
Yep.
And we'll
I'm
see you next
T.
week.
This is Rob. We'll see you next week.
We'll see you next week. Oh, special announcement on that regard. We're going to see you next week on
Thursday. Yes, thank
on
you.
Thursday.
Yes.
Due to Good Friday, we are going to be coming to you on Thursday. We will make sure we have a post and the event created. But next week, Thursday morning at 11 a.m., we will be live with you. And, of course, if you're used to seeing us on Friday, you'll be able to watch this at any point at your leisure.
Beautiful.
I hope everyone has a great couple of weekends camping leading up to the eclipse or wherever you may be going. And we'll see you next week on Thursday.
Bye, guys.
Bye.